G'day, this is Jim at Urban Self-Sufficiency. I wanted to make some covers for some machinery that is semi-outdoors. What I mean by that is it's machinery that I've got that sits underneath the deck, so it is covered from the elements, but if there's a particularly big storm or some wind blowing rain in, it's likely that they can get a little bit of water on them, so I wanted to make something that would protect them from that. So I decided to make some oilskin, but rather than spending around $300 on heavy duty canvas to use, I went with the more affordable option, about $50 worth of calico, which is similar to canvas in that it's a cotton material, but it's much more lightweight and basic, and it has a looser thread count, so hopefully it will work. You can see here I'm just stitching together some covers, and I needed 4 of them in total. The one that I wanted to be the most fitted was the lathe, and you can see that in my test fit it fits reasonably well. The others, they're a little bit more protected than this one, so I just wanted to make something a lot simpler to make than that one. Now for the oilskin itself, the most basic way to treat the material is to mix oiled linseed oil to equal parts mineral terps, or mineral spirits, or white spirits it's often referred to. And what that does is the linseed oil is actually what's going to embed in the material to make it waterproof. But to help that dry, because it would take forever to dry, you mix it with the mineral spirits, or the mineral turpentine, and that helps the oil dry quicker so that you can start using it. So you just mix equal parts, and be sure to wear a respirator and some gloves. These are nitrile gloves, so they're a lot more suitable than standard gloves. They're not that much more expensive. So you give that a bit of a mix. I'm just using a big old tub. It only cost me $10 for this tub, which can dry out and use for something else later. And then you take the material, whatever it is that you're wanting to make waterproof, and you just go ahead and dunk it in there. And do a good job of making sure the mixture gets into everywhere, particularly around the seams. You want to check that. And once you've got the mixture all the way through the material and you're happy with that, you can go ahead and squeeze out some of it. I didn't go too crazy with trying to wring it out, because you are trying to embed as much of it in there as possible, but you don't want it dripping all over the place, obviously. Then once you've done that, you need to find somewhere suitable to hang them for several days, and depending on what your climate is, it could take several weeks in cooler climates, I would imagine. I'm in the middle of an Australian summer, so it only took about 3 days to dry mine out. As soon as they weren't greasy to touch anymore and they were completely dry, they were ready to use. Now, a couple of things to improve this. Number one, canvas is obviously going to be much better because it's a much more durable and thicker material, plus a much tighter weave, so it's going to hold the mixture in and embed into the material a lot better. The other thing you can do is double coat them. So if these weren't sufficient, which you will see that they kind of are, where I'm pouring water all over them and I don't get any water behind, these are sufficient for what I need. But certainly if I was putting them outdoors and I needed them to be a lot better, I would have used canvas, but also maybe double dunked them. So put the mixture through, dry it out, and then repeat it. But these were adequate for my needs. They worked really well, and it was a super simple project. And as you can see, it was completely dry underneath, so they're going to work great. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, take it easy.